Hello everybody, my name is Ran and we are bringing you another match of Domination. This time we're bringing you, sadly not the original monkey, but the monkey's replacement, Batz. In this match we actually have two jumpers, myself and Bakasura. However, in this match I will have to carry more myself, as you'll see, because Baka falls off in the fights. He's places, but they're places he's not supposed to be. But, yeah. In this game, I feel pretty confident about what I did here. Mostly any and everything I went about doing in the match was pretty much to the point that I felt confident that we had it. But there were some worries that I had about it. And speaking of said worries, today I'm going to take a little bit of time out to make it a little bit of the same type of discussion video we had before. But this time, I'm actually going to talk about things that go on inside of Domination. For example, because of how Domination is created, how the actual map itself looks. And because of how the map looks and how it was designed, it makes it very easy to do things that other people may not realize how to do. For example, any person who has the ability of jumping over a wall by teleport, by ground teleport, or by something in their kit, have the ability of basically traveling from side lane to save a lane. For example, let's say I wanted to gank back on mid lane, but I wanted to jump over the middle wall instead of coming from the way that I am right now. I would jump over the center, and I would make sure I focused them out. And right here in a second is going to be a kill that I really should have gotten. Body block! Body block! Body block! The body block is too strong! But, yeah. If I wanted to gank on mid lane, had I had my ultimate before I went there, because I was level 4, I could have been able to pick up at least 3 of those kills. However, I didn't, so I couldn't. But any jumper, they have the capabilities of doing it. For example, Fenrir, Bakasura, Batz, Thor, Odin, Bacchus, and that's just to name a few off the top of my head. And the way that that helps is that they're able to attack from 2 different angles. Yep, died hard. I died so hard! I died so hard! And so did he! But, yeah. That's an example of gods that can be able to do that. And because they can jump walls like that, they can open up odd angles of attack on the enemy. So that it's not just as simple as somebody doing one thing instead of another. It's as easy as them going to the place and then doing things. For example, they're going to attack middle lane. So, watch what I do. I get up as close, well actually first I buff. I actually buffed first. Guys, I don't even think I'm winning at all in this one. No, I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Ha. But, in theory, if I wanted to attack middle lane... Oh, wait, that's what happened here. Yeah. But yeah, if I wanted to engage on that lane by jumping over a wall and coming in dynamically, I would do that. And that's a pretty hard kill to get, actually. There are so many things that dictate that I should be dead right now. But, yeah. That's how simple and easy it is, as a jumper, to attack a lane. Sadly, that doesn't mean it's easy to defend a lane. It just means it's easy to attack a lane.
An ally has left the game.
And then he rage quit to the end. But, when you focus on things in Dom, when you want to do something, and you want to make sure that somebody dies, all you gotta do is attack them from behind. I cannot tell you how many times I've actually played matches and people decide to, instead of going behind the enemy with a tank, to focus out the lowest health person.
Help left lane.
And then... then another person attacking from the side or something to be able to give us the capabilities of burning them down. I cannot tell you how many times people, instead of just simply going for the thing that we needed, which was the Sand Guardian, that's the obelisk, they would instead go for the enemy constantly, never attempting to pull off, and only doing that thing just because that thing. Also, that was a pretty good dodge of my cone by Ra. And I'm about to die very, very hard in 3, 2, then now. See, I knew it was bait, and I knew he was waiting for a stun, but I thought Bakasura and Athena would have done something, but they didn't. So, yeah, that happened. But, yeah, things like that. People don't normally go out of their way to do that. So, when they do, it's not so bad. When they don't, you can die very, very horribly because nobody wanted to get the pickup. Which is something else that actually is a term that comes from Domination, but is used for every mode in Smite. A pickup is basically the kill that somebody who tried to work for it could not secure. For example, I'm about to beat their heads in, right here. And I am able to get the pickup on him because I can get the pickup on him. I pick up my kill for him, so it's my kill. However, I cannot stick the kill on him, so I attempt to flee. However, while I attempt to flee, I get pulled off by Guan. Guan just picked up Herc's kill. Make sense? This is how people are able to do what's called rotational defense, which is when one person is being engaged by an enemy and they need someone to defend them, somebody will immediately come from the side, from anywhere and everywhere, to attack the enemy and pull them off of the tower or get them off the lane, period, one or another, to do what they have to do. It's how you are able to do things.
Your team has lost the left obelisk.
For example, here on left lane, we lost it to these pair that just captured it. So, Baka and I are roaming in the side lane, looking to see if one of them are going to cross. Meanwhile, I have wards that I intend on using to use for the teleport active. I place ward on left, and I move on. However, as I cross in front of the entrance to one of their doors to place it on middle, I get hit and chased by Guan. To save me, Baka and Agni rotate out from position to make sure that I am in the back as I flee to protect myself. I finish warding, and I continue moving back and away. To attempt to rotate for him, but too late to, and because I lose health from the ultimate casted on me by Hercules, I have to rotate out the lane. Meanwhile, here comes Bakasura, attempting his best to try to rotate to secure the obelisk. Also, why are you not coming over here, guys? Thank you, Athena. But, yeah. That is what you do when you want to make sure something goes down. I was attempting to put down wards, and because I went to right lane, I went to a lane that would be easily defended if somebody could come and save me. Because nobody wanted to come to save me except for Athena, I had to wait in a place that I knew I'd be protected and at least out of physical sight of the enemy team. Only Herc knew I was there, so when I rotated with Athena to make sure I stayed alive, there is nothing he could do. Same thing here on middle just now. Especially after you get hit by that ultimate. I need to peace out. Immediately. And painfully so. So, while they attack it, I go back to go heal. And because I'm rotating out as a jumper, Baka takes my place on the lane. They try their best, but I don't think they get the lane here. Actually, what happens is I probably have to push left at this point and get that. But that is how that works. Also, died very, very hard with the rotate.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Attack left lane. Attack left lane.
Oh, I remember this one. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. But, that's a couple of things that people don't seem to understand about Domination that apply to all modes. Like, rotational defense is not an ideal aspect that is only in Domination. You rotate in every single mode. And if you say, no, we don't, think about it. Who has to protect you? The tank. Who has to attack for your team at a distance where the enemies cannot engage you? The hunter. Who has to be able to make sure your team is able to stay alive afterwards when they need to be healed? The mage support. Who makes sure that the team can stay alive because they're doing the damage they need to do when they need to do it? The brawlers, the burst mages and sustain mages, and your bruisers. Everybody has to protect one another. Not just one person can do one thing. Because there's different damage types, and it don't work that way. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yep, that one hurt. That one hurt a lot. It hurt my pride mostly because, again, nugget of health. And even though he was supposed to rotate in exactly at that point over the wall, Baka was not to be seen on that lane. And as you look at it, you could look at it like, but hey, Ren, he was off in another lane. Well, yes, he was, but it was his job to be able to rotate in and out with me. That's the entire reason why we pulled those jumpers, so that he and I could work together to make things happen. But if he's not there to make those things happen, how are we going to make those things happen? Actually, when I really do think about it, and I look back on how many times I've actually done it, there are several occasions where people have never thought to jump over that wall with Blink. Which is another thing that we've just gotten in this new version of Smite's updates. Which is an active item, and it's literally called Blink. It is the carbon copy of the summoner's spell Blink from League of Legends, and they work the exact same way, although ours is different. Whereas League of Legends Blink is used in the form of being for when you are doing anything at all, you can hit it at any time and it will teleport you in the direction of your cursor. Ours has a ground targeting system, because every single thing in this game is skill shot. And the way that this works is that when you cast it, you can teleport. But if you get hit before any time, before you use it, or you would deal damage, you can't use it. The first rank of the active lets you blink, but if you attack or take damage, you cannot blink for 5 seconds. And then as it goes from rank to rank, from 1 to 3, it decreases the amount of time you need to wait between you dealing damage or taking damage and you attacking the enemy with whatever it is you're intending on activating and engaging them with. The first rank is 5, the second rank is 4, and the third rank is 3 for the left-hand choice. But then you have the right-hand choice, which is more a la the League of Legends form of Blink, which is the combat Blink, which allows you to blink anywhere at any time. However, the differences between how these work are very, very, very noticeable, because one of them will allow you to blink and will only have a cooldown timer of exactly 40 seconds each time. Whereas Combat Blink, it requires you to have a timer of 180 seconds, which is double the time for any ultimate that you'd ever have to wait on. Ever. Whereas saying which one is better than the other is really not fair, because both of them have their utilities and their uses for when they are used. You use Blink to initiate on the enemy, whereas you use Combat Blink to get yourself out of a bad situation, and you have no other means of travel. For people that don't have any form of actually moving quickly, Combat Blink and Blink are the ways that they save themselves from bad situations. For example, Anubis. Easily gankable. Has no escape kit skill in his utility past his Mummify, which is used to initiate on attacks. So really, his only two options on a regular basis is either to attack or to piece the hell out. Or he can take the third option, which is die horribly, which nobody likes taking. So, let's say he gets ganked by Odin. Odin jumps in, does the 1-3 combo, and then attempts to lock him in with the cage. If Anubis had Blink for the situation and he did not see Odin coming, he is dead. But if he saw Odin coming, he would turn around, bring up Blink's targeting system, and then blink the hell away. Because assuming that Odin was going to use his abilities once he was there, he would have waited for him to lock it in and he would have blinked. If he had hit him, then it would have been disusable. Then he would have needed Combat Blink. Again, very situational. And here comes the jump. The rotations are too strong. The rotations are too strong. There is no way. Can I do it? Will it happen? Can it? We'll see. Actually, I do not pick up the quad, despite how badly I wanted it, because he dashed through me. And because AO makes sure that I go down. Period. Just period. Too slow, Baka. Too slow. But, that in and of itself. But that right there is an example of rotational defense. Especially in the fact of how hard we were able to just murder all of them right there. And Anubis getting there, actually not Anubis, but, for him to get there just in time makes Agni the MVP of that situation, because we really did need him, and because of what he was able to do there, we were able to pick up everything and not fall off so badly. We were actually able to bring it all the way back, but then he stepped off the lane, and then I had to go over here and do what I'm doing right now on right, which is actually another thing that people don't seem to understand, which is how capturing a obelisk works. What you do is that there is a Sand Guardian, which is basically a tower. That's basically what it is. It is a living tower that looks like a gem. And there is a circle of water that encapsulates the area of what the Sand Guardian will and will not shoot at. At the start, it doesn't matter who attacks who first, the Sand Guardian will hit you if you attack each other. So, when you take it down, it becomes a game of King of the Hill, killing off the enemy team so that you can flip it to your side and to your influence, so that when you need to do that again, it'll attack the enemies when they attack you. That is how that works. But, yeah. That right there is Domination with Baka. Pretty good match, and I think we had a pretty good talk, didn't we? Didn't we? I think we did. And, it's time for me to go and take a shower. So, signing off for BonuStage Entertainment, my name is Ran. And I will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.